What's going on, gamers? Welcome back to another banger video. I just want to thank you guys for watching the previous videos I've been uploading. It's been kind of cool to just sit here and just speak my mind and see the love and support. So appreciate all the views on the videos and the comments. So it seems like the feedback's working. There's a few things that they put in the twid today that I kind of wanted to tell you. They're restoring the color in the world tab, which is dub, because we're just like, man, they really killed those colors. They're fixing reward preview being lower than the actual rewards granted when in mixed fire teams, so they want to fix that on the portal. Kevlar mythic difficulty will be adjusted to make it more accessible to solo play. We all know being capped at -50 isn't fun in those missions, and they're doing something about it. Baseline raid and dungeon difficulty is being adjusted down, and higher tiers being made more accessible. Contest mode will also bump the tier further, so tier 5 loot a low from the raid, that's what we're looking for. And there's going to be an epic raid in September, so definitely looking forward to that. Restoring infinite source of bright dust with objective system. We can never go wrong with enough bright dust to buy all the new stuff, and they're pretty much saying this will be rewarding in September with the update, but there is going to be some updates before that, but we just don't know. The big thing is power progression, most important topic right now, and we're still identifying some adjustments. Progression is clearly slower than what they wanted it to be, and we plan to generally increase the speed of progression for most players. This is a dub. I told everybody, I said, look, grind to 400 slowly and then patiently wait to 450 because they're probably going to make some changes. It would have been nice for them to do it now, but I get it. They're trying to find the middle ground. Pretty simple. Double the drops in certain activities, and instead of +3s, make it +5s. Call it a day. Total rewards is being actively adjusted up to make more activities feel even rewarding. Fire team ops in particular is feeling too light right now, and we're working to make it more viable to make good progress while playing with friends. That is what we're talking about in today's video with playing with friends. Crucible ops is getting close to attention too. They're looking at raising the rewards at lower ranks, increasing the drop rates for comp exclusive weapons, and raids have a good baseline weapons and armor, but drops are not high enough tier. But yes, they're going to be doing this, and it says we have even more things planned for renegades, but everything above is under active development and will be in game in the coming weeks, also early September. So that's a dub. So yeah, the main topic of today's video is Destiny 2 a solo game now. Like what are we doing now with the grind? Because mainly everybody's just, you know, you open up your friends list and they're probably all just soloing. Yeah, let's just see what some people are doing. Solo ops, solo ops, solo ops, solo ops, solo ops. Are you guys starting to see the pattern here? Everybody's just sitting in solo ops leveling because it's some of the most optimal ways doing it, because they're running Caldera, because it's dropping Solstice, and it's quick runs. But as Bungie stated in the twid today, there's really no reason to run fire team ops. A lot of people run these up here because they're like, oh, I need a quick weapon and I need a backfill and it's 3 bonus drops. That's just because people are like not understanding the system. I personally think that everything in this fire team ops playlist is pointless, just because you're either soloing it because you customized the drops. As soon as you go to customize, you removed out of matchmaking. If you just do the matchmaking, you're playing, I would have to play at -40. Who wants to do that? That just doesn't sound fun to me. I think with the fire team ops, I know that Bungie just addressed this, but like, man, it shouldn't have gotten this far, because it really, people are just like, hey, what's the way to level up? And I tell people on stream, I'm like, look, unfortunately, you're going to be doing Caldera or you're going to be doing K1. Like, that's the thing. I did Skywatch yesterday and it was actually pretty decent too. I was getting like 5-minute runs or less, but you know, realistically, people just go down to, hey, this is how many drops we're getting per hour, so this is what we're going to run. I do want to point out that they did bring back Encore, which is a dub. If you're not really worried about Solstice, I would definitely find a team and just go into Encore and do this in about 10 minutes, because you're getting 3 drops every 10 minutes, and that's better than Caldera, because not everybody can run that Lost Sector in 3 minutes. So I did want to point that out. You should definitely take advantage of Encore. I did run Starcross today with chat just for the Solstice engrams and the drops. But again, like, we have a new raid out and no one's playing together because people don't want to do the raid because of it's not dropping tier 5, because it can't right now because of their system. I just started getting teased with tier 5 drops with Solstice, and I'm like, and now my whole vault's full of them. And you know, this new SMG, by the way, you guys got to get this thing. Chaos Reshaped on this thing is absolutely broken. I understand Warlocks are going to use Incandescent, but dude, Chaos Reshaped is like Frenzy on crack, or Temporal Blast on, Text Balance, Hip Fire this thing. But again, like, I'm getting spoiled by these tier 5 drops, and that's like all I want now. And like, I kind of knew that the game was going to be like that once we started getting a hold of those drops, but why launch the raid and do so many feats and not get rewarded for it. So hopefully, you know, down the road in September, when you want to do a 3 feet raid, maybe a 4 feet, you're actually going to get tier 5 drops, because the raid armor is dope. The set bonus is good. The raid weapons are probably good in the meta, but again, if we're not getting rewarded, we're not going to do it. So like when you're not being able to do the raid, there's no reason to do the pinnacle ops unless you got friends on or you're an LFG. There's no reason to do fire team. So it's just a solo op. I've been streaming this game for 9.5 years and I've never seen so much solo play in Destiny 2. It's just everybody's just leveling at their own pace and they're just like wanting to level up. They don't want to play with anyone else because they feel like they're getting slowed down. But like, man, just sitting in the Discord and hanging out with people and just leveling while you were doing the same thing was fun, you know? And like I even had this talk with Sweat, like when Solstice started, me and him started playing together because we're like, oh, you know, hey, we heard there's some tokens to go farm for Solstice, you know, this stuff, the Solstice alloy. So we're like, hey, we're gonna go farm this stuff. So we loaded up a dungeon because it said, oh, you get rewarded more in dungeons. So we went and did Shattered Throne, and as soon as we beat Dolan we're like, all right, this isn't worth it. Well, guess we're going back to solo ops because that's where it's dropping the engrams. So you kind of just like, you don't play with your friend. And I'm like, but I'm really glad that like Bungie addressed this today, but we got to do something because this is scary. I just don't want people to quit the game or feel like they don't have people to play with. Which, by the way, if you watch a streamer, I'm sure they have a Discord, or you can ask people in their live chats. You should try and make friends. The game's more fun when you play with people. Even if you guys are both doing solo Caldera, at least you're chit-chatting together and you're talking about builds, or you're talking about how you're leveling, because when it comes down to everybody just solo grinding now leading up until September, when September comes around, you're going to have to like find your friends again and find new people to play with because everyone's so used to playing solo together. So hopefully Bungie can give us a reason to play before September. I really hope that I know that they said the #1 priority is power leveling right now in the TWID, but like I really think that they should focus on that, but also be like, hey, to help with power leveling, we're going to give you reasons to do, you know, hey, you might be doing solo Caldera, but if you go do fire team ops and you play with some people and you do inverted spire, not only can you get a Solstice engram, but you can get like 3 completion rewards, because there needs to be a reason for us to do that. And like I miss playing with chat too. Like that's why I played StarCross today. I'm like, man, I want to just play with people and just game, you know. And like I want to do raids and stuff, but again, like I don't want to go do the raid if it's not rewarding for me and it's not rewarding for the viewer, because they're just like, oh, Solstice gave me all these tier 4s or tier 3s and then I come do this raid and I get a tier 1. It's like people just aren't wanting to do that, and it's kind of just, it's different. We're not used to this, and it's a big topic right now, and that's why I kind of wanted to talk about it in the video, because everyone's like, Clyde, I'm just playing solo, like is there any reason to like start playing with friends again? And there is, in my opinion. With Encore being back, this is going to get you to 400 as quickly as possible. You just won't get Solstice. But like running StarCross today, I had a good time getting 2 completion rewards, getting my Solstice drop. But I'm thinking in the back of my head, like, man, just go back and do Caldera and chill and vibe and talk to chat and just shut your brain off. But I'm like, no, we're gonna stay away from it. And I just really hope that we can get that life back into the game where everyone's gaming again, and everyone's, again, it just sucks here because we go back to this issue where we can't grind these seasonal conquests. Like we literally can only do these once, and that's a big problem because that was like a thing in Final Shape. We were doing GMs together, we were doing dungeons, we were doing raids. So I think Bungie's starting to realize now that like, hey, we need to add more stuff in the portal that promotes them to play with the community or play with their friends, because we're running into an issue where everyone's just leveling on their own, and obviously that's not what Bungie wants. It's a tough spot, but again, you do get rewarded for grinding by yourself because you're just going to consistently keep doing fast runs. I think that's another problem too. Like I know people hate doing the solo Caldera runs or the K1s. Check out YouTube, check out Twitter. There's always people posting cool little things that you can do in these runs to like skip mechanics and go faster. And when you're getting more drops per hour, it's definitely rewarding. It's just time consuming. You know, I feel like no run should take you more than like 7 minutes. Like if you're doing over than 7 minutes, you know, you should be in the 4 to 5 minutes. You know, sometimes you gotta do 6 because you gotta kill 50 enemies or something, but like, no, all the homies hate precision kills. But like, why put this stuff up here for quick play if it's just not rewarding? And what's good is in the TWID that they address that. They're like, hey, that's not good. We see that there's no incentive. So, you know, I'm all for that. But again, I really hope that we can get that core back that we're missing, because it shows that Bungie actually knows what their mistakes were, you know. And they said in the TWID that they didn't get it. They're not going to get it right the first time, and they're going to correct stuff. But like, I really hope that they start pushing some stuff before September, because, you know, waiting a whole month from now is a little tough, you know, encouraging people to just solo grind for the next month is not it. And I'm excited for September, because now that I'm starting to get the tier 4, tier 5 stuff, man, I'm getting spoiled. I'm ready to just have the most craziest tier 5 build and have the most perfect stats. I'm starting to get spoiled. I got some good tier 5 stuff. But yeah, when you start getting stuff like this, Titan marks that have melee, grenade, super, 75 stat, I even got weapon tuning on it. But just, you know, seeing all the weapons with tier 5s and just all the armor, like, this is all you want. So like, I knew that the grind would hook me in, but like, man, getting to this point, I feel bad for people. Like, people are sitting in chat like, Clyde, I'm only 200. How do I get there? By the way, this is a bonk build. I just wanted to tell you guys what I've been using. Bonk is back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to hover over some of these so you can see what I'm using. Nothing really crazy, but Bastion's absolutely killing it, buffing that melee damage. And then I got my submachine gun. You can use Synthos or Worm Gods. I just like Synthos just for ease of use, but this thing's cooking. So enjoy the bonk, enjoy the Starfire Protocol Warlock, enjoy the Cha-Cha Slide Uppercut Warlock. Also, Grapple Punch Hunter is absolutely dominating. But yeah, hopefully we can get the fire teams joining up again and rewarding us to play again, because man, I don't like Destiny as a solo game. Like, of course it's easy for me because I'm just playing solo and I'm talking to chat, and it makes it easier for me because then I'm just focused on chat and I don't have to like really worry about my gameplay. But I miss helping people play the game, so it's like I want to do raid helps and stuff, but I need them to buff the drops a little bit on the raid, so it's more enticing for me. So we got more topics coming soon. Also, if you guys want to drop a comment down below and be like, hey Clyde, you should talk about this next, I'll definitely skim through the comments and see if there's anything that I like talking about. I can keep these videos going. I appreciate you guys showing all the support. Don't forget to like, share, and sub. It's free. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.